Well, hello again, and welcome to another edition of the Speed Bag. Today, a little segment I like to call, Don't You Dare Even Pretend Like You Know What's Going to Happen Here. Now, perhaps you've noticed that I look happier than usual. Thrilled. Ebullient, even. Just look. Why is that, you ask? Because Derrick Lewis fights Mark Hunt in New Zealand this Saturday. Now, if you love heavyweight knockout artists, and I do, this is the fight for you. If also you love professional athletes who look like they'd be hard-pressed to complete a mile run, this is really the fight for you. These are two epic heavyweight bungalow throwers who are going to square off and try to knock each other's heads off their shoulders. And so I have just one thing to ask of the MMA community, just this once. Please, go ahead and admit right now that you have no idea what's going to happen in this fight. You can't possibly know. Now, I recognize that this is difficult for a lot of people. I mean, this sport, we love to make predictions. We also love to act like we know stuff. If we can act like we know stuff, and other people don't know that stuff, that's just some irresistible stuff for us. But this time especially, there's no possible way to predict what's going to happen, and that's one of the awesome things about this fight. I mean, just look at who's fighting here. First, you have Mark Hunt, a 43-year-old heavyweight with a head made of concrete and a penchant for walk-off KOs. But, lately he started to look a little bit vulnerable. And yet, how many times in this guy's career have we written him off only to have him come storming back and knock somebody's head off their shoulders? This guy can always show up and turn your lights off with one punch. Or he could show up and suddenly look old and sad and slow. Then there's the Black Beast, Derrick Lewis. Another hard-hitting heavyweight. Best Instagram in the game, that's just a given. Also one of these guys where you look at him and you look at the way he fights and you think, how does he keep winning these? His ground game is virtually indistinguishable from like a man who has overslept and then has to suddenly get out of bed and rush off to make it to work on time. Also, his striking game is predicated mostly on getting you to stand still in punching range. Basically, the one thing you shouldn't do against him, and yet he keeps finding a way to convince people to do it. Face it, there's no way to tell what these two will do when you get them in a cage together, which is weird because you always pretty much know exactly what each of them individually is going to try to do in every single fight. It's the most predictably unpredictable heavyweight fight in a long time, and I love that about it. Maybe Hunt will knock Lewis out. Maybe Lewis will knock Hunt out. Maybe they'll get tired after one round and spend the next 20 minutes just leaning on each other. You can't know. No one can possibly know. It's one of the best things about this fight. All I ask of you, dear MMA fan, is just admit that. Admit that there's no way to predict this coin flip of violence. Embrace it even. Embrace your own doubt and stifling ignorance. Who knows? Just this once, you might even find that you like the feeling.